Democrats in the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Caroline Leavitt.
Okay, people, brace yourselves because this could be the moment that finally ends. The View for Good. The mainstream media and left-wing elites are now in full-blown panic mode after an explosive new lawsuit rocked the show to its core. Rising conservative star and newly appointed Trump White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, has just taken major legal action against The View. And this isn't just another PR disaster, it's a full-on legal nightmare that has Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin scrambling. And get this, insiders are now reporting that ABC might have no choice but to shut the show down for good. Yes, you heard that right. This could finally be the end of The View. So, what exactly went down? How did this lawsuit send daytime television into chaos? And more importantly, will this be the scandal that finally cancels The View once and for all? Oh, you do not want to miss this. But before we get into the details, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss these breaking updates. Are you subscribed? Awesome. Let's get into it.
Well, listen. If you don't have anything to say, you blab. You just go on and 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 on.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help because voters are going to re-elect President Trump back to the White House very soon because voters see these trials that are being brought forward against President Trump for what they are. They are sham show trials. They are election interference in an attempt to imprison President Trump. And the irony in all of this is that Joe Biden and the Democrats and these ladies on The View constantly say President Trump is the alleged threat to democracy, when in fact they themselves are wishfully thinking that President Trump will be imprisoned when he has not been convicted of any crimes. That is the real threat to democracy. Voters see that, and that's why President Trump continues his dominance in the polls, not just with Republicans and independents, but he's also picking up historic gains with Democrat constituencies such as African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and union workers.
And let's be real. This isn't the first time The View has gone after Caroline Leavitt. They've mocked her, insulted her, and tried to discredit her accomplishments. Why? Because she doesn't fit their radical narrative. But this time, they crossed a line.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Yep, you heard that right. Joy Behar just flat out suggested that Caroline only got her job because of her looks. And then Whoopi jumped in.
Yeah. I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Caroline Leavitt. Hilarious.
So now Whoopi is mansplaining Caroline's own job to her? You can't make this stuff up. And of course, Sunny Hostin jumped in, turning the whole thing into a race issue as usual. But here's the part they didn't see coming. Caroline isn't backing down. Instead of just clapping back, she hit them where it hurts, their wallets. Caroline Leavitt just filed a massive lawsuit against The View for defamation, slander, and malicious intent. And now, ABC is in full crisis mode.
Agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
As soon as the lawsuit went public, The View's executives went into full-on damage control. Insiders say ABC immediately called an emergency meeting to figure out how to contain the fallout. Now the big question, can the show survive this? And get this, there are even rumors that Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg could be fired over this mess. Why? Because ABC doesn't want a legal disaster on their hands? Especially not when The View has already been bleeding viewers and losing advertisers. An insider put it simply, this lawsuit could cost ABC millions. If it comes down to keeping The View or protecting their money, they're going with the money. Ouch.
Also calls today for The View to go next when you've got hosts like Whoopi Goldberg spitting when she's speaking about Donald Trump. Look at this.
You can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing? Because
that's on the ABC, of course, but what a class act. I mean, speaking about Donald Trump, you can't make this stuff up. Should The View go next?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Sunny Hostin has faced challenges or she's been in trouble, let's say, by executives at ABC for some of these smears and lies that she spread. There needs to be some level of accountability with these talk show hosts. People tune in to left-wing networks. They expect to get a left-wing talking point. But what they shouldn't expect or what we shouldn't treat as normal is the fact that there is nothing but denigration and maligning of character.
But here's where things take an even wilder turn. Inside sources say that The View's legal team has already reached out to Caroline, begging for a settlement. That's right. After years of spewing hate without consequence, now Whoopi, Joy, and Sunny are pleading for this to go away. But Caroline, she's not budging. She made it clear, this isn't just about her. She's taking a stand for all conservative women who have been attacked, slandered, and silenced by the mainstream media. And guess what? The internet is loving it. Social media exploded with support. Hashtags like #CancelTheView and #CarolineExposes. The View started trending immediately. At this point, the writing is on the wall. One viral tweet put it best. For years, The View has smeared conservatives without consequences. Caroline is about to change the game. No mercy.
Bang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
Right now, the signs couldn't be clearer. This lawsuit isn't just another headline. It's a direct threat to the very existence of The View. Viewership plummeting. Advertisers walking away. ABC executives scrambling. And now the biggest question of all, is ABC finally ready to pull the plug on The View? Just think about it. This show has been drowning in controversy for years, and this lawsuit could finally be the breaking point. Will ABC cut ties with Joy and Whoopi to protect itself? Will they quietly settle with Caroline behind closed doors? Or will The View actually get canceled for good? Oh, and trust me, this drama is just getting started.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
Now it's your turn to sound off. Has The View finally gone too far? Is Caroline right to take them to court? And most importantly, will ABC actually shut the show down over this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading every single one. And before you go, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you never miss a breaking update.